everyone. It's Jamie. Sorry, you're not going to see my face. After a couple days of being at home, I am officially looking slightly homeless. So I figured I'd just focus on my craft space. Today I am going to kind of show you guys at least majority of the way of how I do a double-sided tape cup. I'm going to go pretty basic. I'm just going to do a basic striped cup. Because I personally want one for myself. I found an inspo cup on Pinterest the other day and I thought, what else do I need for myself but another cup? So here we go. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. This is a sugar. It's a hog tumbler. It's their straw cup. The top actually just has the hole in the top, kind of like this, but it's just made for a straw. I believe it's a 24 ounce if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yeah, 24 ounce hog. So most of my cups, I'll go through the exact same prep process. I take the cup, I clean it well. I then take it outside and I sand every single one of my cups with a electric Ryobi sander. It saves my wrist, it saves my hands, and it certainly saves an astronomical amount of time. So this cup has had the tar fire sanded out of it. And then I bring it inside, I wash it with Dawn soap. I clean it really, really well. If none of you have seen the videos floating around online, all of these stainless steel tumblers, and I'm not sure if like all of our tumbler distributors are the same way, but I know the ones that you buy at like Walmart, grocery kind of places, they actually have a repellent coating put on them to keep oils and such at bay. Those repellent coats, though, work against us with what we do. So to me, the prep part of the cup process is so imperative. So imperative. So it has been sanded, it has been cleaned, it has been dried extremely well, and then taken outside and just spray painted with, honestly, whatever white I had outside. Knowing me, it's probably a Rust-Oleum or a Krylon type paint. I am not particular on flat, matte, satin, gloss. To me, it really doesn't make a difference. Some people swear by one, some people swear by the other. I buy whatever's on sale. So this is my 24 ounce cup. I will be using it. It's prepped. It's been dried for days. I'm going to be using Glitter Glams, which I know, of course, it's backwards, but I'm going to be using Glitter Glams Black Beauty as my black. I'm going to be using Mr. Nola's. It's a UV red, so it's super sparkly, and outside in the sun, it does turn off too. They say red. I'm going to go with more of like a pinky color, but and that's really what I'm gunning for, because the decals that I'll put on top of this cup will be kind of like a tinfoil, that pink color. So I am using Recollections double-sided tape. I buy this at Michael's. This is a 1/2 inch wide. They do make it in multiple sizes. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, digging through my drawer here. This is the smallest one. This is what the packaging looks like. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I lied. 1/4 inch. This is even smaller. It's an 1/8 inch. If you're doing a, oh my goodness, I can't think of it. Like a serape tumbler. Sorry, I can't speak. All of these sizes are great. This is the 1/2 inch. This is what I'm going to be using today. I'm actually going to double up on width on this cup. So I'm going to do 2 lines of this, and it'll be 1 color, 2 lines, 1 color. So we'll go white, black, and we'll alternate down the cup. So what else I'm going to need is a sharp X-Acto knife, or whatever you use to cut. Please be careful. So basically that's about it, guys. On these cups, because of the way that I'm going to do it, this cup is roughly about 8 inches tall. So I'm actually going to start at the top on this cup. So if I'm off a baby bit, it'll be at the bottom, where the bottom will get covered. Whatever that last stripe is, it'll kind of fold into the bottom. So, and I haven't decided whether it's going to be white or black yet. So basically, double-sided tape is just exactly what it says it is. We've all probably worked with it. I like theirs because it's actually see-through, and I know it's hard to tell, but you can kind of probably see my thumb coming through it. It allows me to kind of see where it's placed. I've never had any issues with Michael's brand double-sided tape. Obviously, if you've got their app or coupons or whatever, ask for gift certificates for Christmas. That's what I do. So basically, all I do is take it and lay it down. It's kind of a slow, tedious process. And then it's not the fastest cup you'll ever do. So if you're in a time crunch, these are not what you want to run to. And then I get it to where it's at there. And I actually come a little bit, and it's kind of hard to tell, but let me see if I can get it lined up. See right here where you can see where it's almost double lapping? I'll actually cut on this side a little bit. Not much, but I certainly don't want to leave a gap. Now you'll see what I do here after a while. So basically what you've done is you've wrapped this cup. Now, again, you're going to want to go back and do a really good firm press all the way around this cup, and then you'll start the process all over again. I do try to bump mine up as close as possible. Sorry guys, I obviously can't talk when I'm the least amount of wrinkles the better. I've done these on some 32-ounce tumblers. When you get into the curve on a 32, it's not impossible, so don't think that I'm saying that. It just takes a lot of patience, and I don't have a lot of patience. So that being said, and you can, if you get to a point where you feel like maybe you've gotten off, you can pull this up just a little bit. I wouldn't suggest pulling it up a lot. Obviously, for every time you pull it up, you're taking a chance of. But, so that would be one stripe. You can see that I've got a little bit of a bubble there. It's hard to tell, but right here. But that's actually just the outside. So as long as you feel that your adhesive tape portion is actually down, you should be okay. So let me see if I can't get this guy going. I try to keep all of my lines in one area just because for me it's easier to find them and I know where I'm going. So I kind of pull a little bit on this tape. I don't know if you're supposed to. And I'm going to show you, you'll find some areas that you've got like little baby gaps in. I actually go back in with Mod Podge. You can use Mod Podge. You could probably use a spray adhesive. Mod Podge works really well on this application for me. The only thing I have to do is just make sure that I don't put an astronomical amount on there, because the last thing I want to do is mess with the adhesive on this tape. So, but anywhere that you kind of get like a little baby white or whatever your base cup is, I probably could have gone in, to be honest, and did this cup black in the areas that I knew that I was going to be putting black. But yeah, I didn't. So lesson learned. Don't take that lesson from me. If you have the opportunity and you know exactly how you're going to lay it out, potentially you can go in and do that. So but basically, like I said, it's just kind of a tedious process. I've done a lot of these cups. I enjoy it. It's just something different. And then every once in a while you get to a point where you're really bored with the basic, left to right lines like this, and you kind of start to get creative, and you just kind of start putting them all over the cup in areas, and it becomes super abstract and modern and fun. So I hope I'm keeping this in the frame, guys. And to be honest, I'm thinking about, now that I'm halfway through this cup already, that I might, what do I got? 1, 2, this would be 3 stripes. I am thinking about taking this cup and actually throwing a curveball at it. And doing stripes on the top and potentially just a basic tan leopard on the bottom. So we'll see. Of course, I always change my mind when I'm halfway through a project. It's part of the ADD, ADHD that I have. So sorry, guys. On a different note, I'm pretty sure, obviously, if you're seeing this and you're seeing it today as I post it, we're all likely bundled up in our homes, crafting, trying to stay healthy, keep our families healthy. To anyone that works on what I call the front line of this crazy virus, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my doctors, my nurses, my medical staff, the grocery people for dealing with all of this chaos. EMS, fire, police, all of it. Anybody that's working their way through this, we're self-employed, so it's scary. We have a trailer repair dealership here in Lubbock, Texas. So if you're not familiar with Lubbock is, think West Texas and go even further. I'm about 45 minutes from the New Mexico border. Way. Not in the southern side of kind of where Texas kind of comes down and dips. And of course, I don't have anything right now. But if you look up Lubbock, you'll know where I'm at. It's a balmy 39 here right now, I think, outside, which is really uncalled for and really unheard of for Lubbock. So I got 1, 2, 3. That's 4 lines. So basically what you can see is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 if I wanted to go every other color. So if I did white, black, and then I did brown. I might leave it at that, guys, and really throw everybody for a curveball. Nah, let's keep going. Why not? We're having fun. So we're I have bought double-sided tape online, Amazon. Katie will attest, I'm an Amazon junkie. If I have the opportunity to get it in store, though, I obviously love being able to give my money to somebody local. We don't have a lot of local craft shops, like local. All of ours are mainstream craft stores, Hobby Lobby, Michael's kind of thing. I do know that we have, I just found out the other day that we actually have a local glitter shop. I have not tried them yet. I'm excited about having somebody local because if I get into a pinch, it certainly saves my hiney. So, but we'll see. See, at this point, this is where you can start to go up and down. I've seen a lot of, I can't think of it. It reminds me of Beetlejuice cups, but I don't think Beetlejuice is the right word. So, I obviously try to keep the tape as close as I can to the other piece without overlapping. I've mentioned it already in passing on the video, though, that I do come back with Mod Podge. What I do that for is because I kind of fill in the areas. Because when you're using, if you don't have the opportunity to do stripes underneath your cup that match the colors that you kind of have going on, what you end up with is just you can kind of see, that coming, kind of falling through. And I don't want any white to be seen through my black, so we Sorry guys about not having my face on the camera. Like I said, I am not in a shelter in place area. Texas is still in a social distancing phase. So I've been kind of going back and forth to work. We did find out Thursday our governor told us all that he was going to quote, close schools. What that did is it pushed all of our schools to, majority of the schools around here, or at least the public ISDs around here, had already let all the kids know. We have our son in private school, but most of our local ISDs around here this is spring break. They had extended it 1 more week. I think that 1 week wasn't necessarily just to extend it, but it was so they could get their ducks in a row to go to virtual online learning. My son's school is like on top of it. And so they have been ready almost from the get-go of hearing this. So we shouldn't see a lapse at all in school. I actually, when I get done with this, I'll probably have to run up to his school to get his at-home type kit. They're kind of distributing everything today. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that'll roll in. Okay, so what I ended up with, and I'll see, is I'm going to have 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the bottom one. There's not quite enough to go around the outside, so I'll end up Mod Podging it. I'd like this bottom to be white, so that would put black, white, black, white, black, white, black. So my top will be black. I'm going to do the black first, mainly just because it's darker. White doesn't show as often on the darker colors. So, and I won't be able to obviously do the white with you guys. I'll post it into the comments on this video. So I am going to put this down real quick, not to slice my finger off. Just to give you an idea, that's about how much of that roll I used. So I used a solid, to put it into perspective, I used 3/4 or more of that roll. So, and I think these are, I don't know, $4. So take into consideration your pricing also. I am for the most part, a roughly $10 over ounce pricer. So on a 24, it'd probably be $34, $35 for a very basic cup, because this cup is a little bit more work and it does have some added cost into obviously tape and such. I'd probably go in the $40 range on this cup. I don't have any problem selling them here in Lubbock. I do know that every single person, it lives in a different market, I guess. And so with that being said, I understand that all of us have different pricing structures that we kind of go by. My market is ultra, ultra, ultra saturated. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, pardon my French, thinks they can make a cup, and some of them really can genuinely make a cup. But, spin it's out. So everybody's got a turner. So there's people online selling this size cup for $25. I don't know how. I think they just don't know their worth. Their own time's worth. That's a whole nother subject. That's like opening Pandora's box. We probably don't want to go there. Let me grab my glitter. I have a tendency to glitter on the floor, but I'll glitter up here so you guys can see it. I use a tray. Obviously, you can tell. I'm pretty sure this is parchment paper. Could be wax paper. You never know. I keep the harder ones. It's all the gent glitter, but I keep the harder ones underneath there just because it's... I have a tendency to glitter on my floor. I think I've posted that before. I actually just sit... well, right down there. You can't see it. But I sit right on my carpet because my carpet's really easy to get glitter out of. So, that being said, so what I do is I bought these Fun Jabbers at Harbor Freight. I don't know what they are. I'm guessing that they have something to do with like automobile. They come in like a 4 or 5 pack. There's all kinds of them in there. That's what I use, guys, to kind of pick some of this tape. So black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. Okay, so this is definitely black. So what you do is it do it better than I do, hopefully. Okay. So, warning, that stuff is like static filled like crazy too, so it'll stick to you if you give it a half a second. Sorry guys. This is normally not this difficult. It's just being much more difficult. There it goes. I do my best not to touch it if I don't have to. And then literally glitter. I kind of push off the excess with just one of my excess, whatever you call these things, paintbrushes. Sorry. I'm telling you, being at home is gonna fry my brain. Because I'm putting black over white, even though it probably looks pretty good in the whatchamacallit here, in the video here, you can still see it. Come on, you little booger. Oh, my finger stuck to it. I pour pretty liberal, and there are times, depending on what I'm working with, this Michaels tape seems to be the stickiest of them all that I've used. So, again, I try to clean off my excess, not just to save it, because, but at some point here, I'm gonna have to take this cup outside, obviously off video, and do the I'm gonna have to seal it. Sorry, I'm focusing on not running all the black off. And it's okay, you can see underneath some of these I got a little bit of black. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna end up putting 2 coats of every color on this cup, so and you'll understand what I'm talking about here in a minute. Oh, my finger's stuck again. I gotta watch where I'm holding this cup. Probably need to grab a thing real quick here in a second. Give me a second. Alright, I'm gonna put it on a holder. It's just a junk PVC. So sorry guys, this paintbrush is not doing the trick super well. I have a tendency to glitter also on the floor, just because it doesn't contaminate. Like, I'm looking everywhere, so I got glitter everywhere. I am a messy glitter person. So that being said, by glittering on the floor, I'm not I don't get it all over my workbench too. So let's be honest. We all fight. Every once in a while we get that dreaded paint cup where there's no glitter. And we all know what it's like to get like 2 pieces of glitter on that cup. And you're freaking out because you're like, oh no, the customer didn't want any glitter. Yeah. We've all done that, so. That I do, I'm tapping, in case you're new and you don't understand why I'm tapping, I'm literally just tapping off excess glitter. I don't know if you can see it falling in the video feed. I'm hoping you can. By tapping off the excess glitter feed, when I go to seal it, it just makes it really almost not shift at all. So basically now what I've got is my first color done. Like I said, this is what you end up with. I can see, and it's really, but you can see probably right there where the tape didn't get 100% together. So at this point, this is where I come in with a little bit of Mod Podge. And so what I'll do now, let me grab that real quick. Whatever Walmart had last time, because I ran out and I didn't have a chance. I normally ordered in like the super size. Didn't have that chance. Hold on. I'm telling you, I'm a glitter phobe. Seems odd to even think of it that way, but when I'm doing cups up here, I don't like glitter everywhere. So, most of the glitter we all buy comes from a lot of the places sell it to us in bags, which is great for shipping. Not so great for pouring. I don't mind if there's a little bit of excess on here because, of course, I'm going to be pouring black right back on. I buy these containers square. They stack nice. I don't think you can see it there. I'll catch it in the light. It's got holes on one side and just, like spoon side on the other. I buy these 16 of them for $16. So they're $1 a container. I label them. I know it's backwards, but I just buy like cheap Avery name things here and I just write on them. So if the time comes I buy a glitter and I just absolutely detest the color or whatever happens, I run out, they don't sell it anymore, whatever be that reason, I can take this label off, slap another label on it, clean the jar out really well, slap another label on it and reuse it. So that's what I use. I have seen people use just about everything in the book for glitter. Somebody said today that urine cups, which by the way sound horrible, but is genius. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I'm beating my container open over here. So give me a second here. I'm gonna clean up my Mod Podge jar because it's kind of grody. Okay, for this application, basic, generic sponge brush. I don't know what size this is, but I'm pretty sure it's a 1 inch because as you can tell, let me see here, as you can tell, it just about matches up perfect. So I'm going to take a baby bit of this since it's black. Baby bit. This is almost more painstakingly long than the other part. And you don't really have to do the whole thing. If you feel comfortable, depending on like white, I don't know if I'll put 2 coats. I do try to keep this within the boundaries. Because I'm doing black and white, it does make it a little bit easier. See if I can't point it down. It does make it a little bit easier because where there's white kind of coming through, my white glitter will take care of it. So don't press too hard, guys. At the end of the day, it's still glitter. It'll still move. But see, this is an area right here that I can definitively see where the two tapes came together. So, and then I do that. So, I don't know, some people think I'm crazy for Mod Podging right over top of the tape. It's worked for me in the past. I haven't had any issues with it lifting or... The only thing you want to do is make sure that you don't put too much on it. You know, the last thing you want to do is soak the tape. And it is tape at the end of the day. As I dunked way too much in there. And really all you're trying to do is just get the most basic top coat. Just so your glitter has something to adhere to when we come back in here in a second for our second coat. Like I said, my white, I'll be a little more meticulous maybe with my white because there's some areas where the white and the black will come together. But I'll have to show that to you on a separate video. Because I'm going to have to take this guy outside and let him dry once I seal him. Got a chunk of glitter right there. So in this cup, it makes it a little bit easier. So I can, since I had this cup painted white, I'm going to hit this top rim a little bit, just so a little bit of black gets stuck up there. You want to make sure you don't have any runs. It's not the end of the world if you get it onto the tape. The tape will pull it. You just don't want to wait too terribly long. And by long, I mean not like, you know, days or anything. Even then, a slight slip of the thing will work. So, here we go again. You can tell I'm being a little bit more uncareful with it this time.